progress has been made on the Dome, Civic and Convention Center since our August update. As of September 8th, 2001, exterior framing is progressing as the facility's size and scale are taking shape. The new accessory structures housing the Dome bathrooms and storage room have been completed with brick veneer. Following the shape of the Dome, the buildings give way to the now widened rear access. A portion of the hill behind the Dome has been removed to provide wider access to support events. As you continue around the rear of the facility, the fresh air intakes for one of the 5 new air handlers can be seen. The wider openings beside will contain pressure equalizing vents to compensate for the large airflow created by the new HVA system when moving large amounts of air. The system will also allow increased fresh airflow to maintain a comfortable environment regardless of the event. The rear access will angle around the garage opening to provide as much loading access as possible. Continuing around the rear of the annex, progress on the brick veneer can be seen. The high windows provide sunlight into the catering kitchen. Single-piece metal studs begin to frame the banquet hall, and headers for the large rear windows can be seen. Sheeting is being applied to the rear and side of the banquet hall. 2 windows on the east side of the building will provide views of the Nutrien Ag Park, which will be created later in the project. Moving back around to the front and entering under the now covered exterior overhang, you enter into the new common area. With metal framing nearing completion, the height of the facility has taken shape and provided an open feeling. Moving back to the west and entering the now completely enclosed connecting breezeway into the Dome, the unobstructed area continues to awe. Work progresses on the finished ceiling frame in the Dome. The finished ceiling will hide fire suppression systems and electrical conduit, provide an attic vent space to reduce heat on the Dome panels, and improve acoustical and light reflectivity in the Dome. In addition to the main structural elements, the cross-support members are being added. These members, in addition to supporting the insulating and acoustical panels, will help create the finished geodesic look mimicking the shape of the actual Dome. Electrical rough-in continues throughout the Dome. Electrical systems will support increased power outlets around the perimeter of the Dome. The additional power adds support for a multitude of events from trade shows, carnivals, craft shows, car shows, and traveling displays. Special provisions have been included to support the electrical needs of concerts, and the conduit will also power new LED lighting throughout. Entering the new bathroom annex through another enclosed breezeway, you enter a small foyer. In addition to a water fountain with bottle filler, the foyer provides access to the janitor's closet with floor sinks and a family restroom. The private family restroom will provide much needed private space for guests of all needs. Exiting the family bathroom and moving to the right, you'll enter the new men's room. Plumbing rough-in continues for the 3 urinals and 3 toilet stalls contained at this bathroom. The sinks will be located on the inner wall before exiting the men's room. Directly across is the women's room. The women's room will contain 5 toilet stalls and 3 sinks. Sink valves have been installed in the women's room, and all bathrooms will be fully accessible and climate controlled. Back in the annex, the bathroom framing is complete and plumbing rough-in continues. The entrance will eventually be masked by a statement stone wall. Behind the wall, you will have immediate access to another family restroom to provide a large private space to support some of our smallest, neediest, and sometimes messiest guests. To the right is the new women's room. The space is divided into the sink area and the toilet area. The bathroom will provide for 10 stalls, including 2 accessible stalls, all under a high ceiling. The high ceiling will help make the space feel larger and add to the impressive feel. The sink area will support 6 sinks. The bathrooms will display full tile walls and floors to ensure easy cleaning and sanitation. Across from the women's room is the men's room. Although slightly smaller, with urinals taking up less space, the men's room is set up much like the women's room. The men's room will contain 6 urinals and 5 stalls, all under high ceilings. Back in the main foyer, the upper framing for the new vestibule and storefront office have been completed. Aluminum framed windows and doors will fill in the remainder of this space and create a full glass front for the facility. Window openings have been framed out in the office space, which will also be able to serve as a ticket booth. Additional space in the office will support a desk and small table for planning events. Directly across from the office, the framing reveals the service corridor. The corridor will connect the rear parking area for staff, volunteers, or other support needs separate from the main entries. The hallway also contains a janitor's closet, complete with floor sink and mechanical closet at the rear. An inner door will allow access for service personnel to the mechanical closet without giving access to the full facility. Access to the catering kitchen is also made from this corridor. The catering kitchen contains a small storage closet for service wares and other items that the facility will provide in support of event food service. In addition to stainless steel work tables around the perimeter and down the center, creating a large work island, the kitchen will contain a professional range unit under a professional vent hood, 2 ice makers with water filtration, and the power necessary to support food warming boxes. Entering back into the main foyer, the framed entrance to the event center can be seen to the right. This framed entrance will contain glass doors, a graphic wall treatment, and wood accents. Once inside the event area, you will have direct access to the main ballroom. However, you will first access a small room. This room will be able to be set up as a conference room or can be used as a breakout room connected to the ballroom. The room will contain an 85-inch TV with automatic controls, presentation support, in-ceiling speakers, and video conferencing equipment. Exiting the small room, you enter a hallway and move to the north. You can access a second smaller room at the end of this hallway. Larger than the first, this room will be able to support up to 45 people in a training setup. It will also be equipped with an 85-inch TV, presentation connectivity, sound, and video conferencing equipment. Like the first, it also has direct access to the ballroom and can be used independently or conjunction with larger events. As you enter the ballroom, the ceiling height increases and the scale of the room is immediately noticed. The ballroom will contain 2 large automatic projection screens with laser projectors. In addition, the room will contain in-ceiling speakers with wireless microphones, presentation capabilities, and simplified room controls. When divided, sound will automatically be rerouted based on the room's division. Extra power around the perimeter and in-floor outlets will increase the usability of the room. Large windows on the north and south walls will provide lots of natural light into the room. However, blackout curtains will be installed depending on the event needs. With framing mostly complete, exiting the ballroom, you see straight across the facility and into the dome. The direct lines connect old and new, and the benefit of the new common entry point is seen. The entry and exit will provide access to an outdoor landing, wide stairs, and the accessible ramp to the parking lot. We are excited to see the progress continue on the dome. The project, funded without a tax increase through the use of hotel occupancy tax and the voter-approved venue tax, supports the strategic goals of the Boomtown 2040 Comprehensive Plan. You can see weekly update pictures on the city's website at www.borpertx.gov, and we look forward to our next video tour in October.